What's good, guys? Like, I don't even know where to start this video. I guess I'm just sitting down and really being reflective the last couple of weeks, thinking about this year, obviously because it's December. I feel like everybody kind of gets in that mood, right? And yeah, it's just been like such a crazy year for me. There's been highs, there's been lows, and I want to just cover like all of that in this video and just be super transparent with my YouTube journey, because if it inspires anybody to start their own YouTube, like that would be the biggest blessing to me, honestly. Like, or even if it just like gives you guys insight, or it's just something you want to hear from me, like I just appreciate you guys watching this video, to be honest, because I'm not very I don't really talk about my personal life. I don't really talk about I don't really sit down and talk about things that much. But recently I kind of have been doing that more, and yeah, I just thought it's a good way to start this kind of connection with you guys, where I'm like talking about some of the things that have happened this year from my platform. So I guess I want to start off on a positive note and just say, like, I'm so grateful for everybody watching my content. Like, you guys have given me confidence. You guys have given and that's a very mad thing, by the way. And I've never said that. I can't believe I just said that. I'm a confident person anyway. I always have been confident, but I can also be shy. I can be antisocial and all of those things. So it's kind of like, I don't know, I always seeing your lovely comments and the people that have pushed me along the way. Like, you guys have given me confidence that my content matters, that what I'm doing is good, and you guys like my personality and everything. And that just means so much to me, like, because I think that's a big fear doing YouTube, right? Like, whether people are actually going to enjoy what you're doing, or people are actually going to the online world can be horrible. Like, the internet can kill. Like, it's a dangerous place. So my worries coming into starting my YouTube journey, I remember, was like, you know, what if we get horrible comments? What if we, you know, get people bashing the way you look or the way you are, like stuff like that. I kind of prepped myself before releasing the first video, like, okay, this could go one of two ways, like, you know. And I'm so thankful that 90% of my comments have been beautiful people just commenting on like my content and my personality and how like great they think my videos are. And it's just crazy. Like, so yeah, just a big thank you to you guys. Like, I don't think you guys understand that every comment, every share, everything you guys tag me and everything, I see it, and like it's just done so much for me personally. So I guess there's that. And then I do want to say as well, like, you guys watching my content and like being on this journey with me, you have allowed me to be in rooms I never thought I would be in. And let me not get emotional saying that. Wow, because honestly, yeah, like, I've been to so many shows this year. I've been invited to so many events. Like, I've met so many amazing people in the industry that I would have never met. Like how would I have met these people before? I would have never met them. And this all just stems from like my love for the music and for the artists and for the music coming out of Afro beats. And like, the fact that you guys have given me this platform to actually experience those things, because for me, numbers don't really matter. It's about the experience I have from this journey. Like, these experiences I'll carry for the rest of my life, because it's like, wow, I really was in a position where I was getting invited to exclusive listening parties. I was, you know, going to concerts. I was like meeting celebrities. I was interviewing celebrities. Like, when I did my first celebrity interview this year with Banks, my fellow reactor, my friend, and it's on my channel, and yeah, like, we interviewed T.I. Blaze, and that moment was just like, wow, you know, because there's one thing reacting to your favorite artist and like showing them love online, but actually like sitting down with them. He took the time to come and speak to me and Banks, and you know, just sharing that moment with an artist for the first time. Like, it might not sound like a lot to people, or and like I don't know, I just see things in a very like deep way, but I would have never been able to do that before. And that's just the first celebrity interview I've done, you know, in real life. I've done it online before, on Twitter Space and stuff, but in real life, like, the person actually drove to where I was and sat with us, recorded it with us. And yeah, man, it was just an amazing moment. Like, that's definitely one of the highlights of my YouTube journey so far, like in all 2.5 years. After that, I just felt like, I remember Banks like turning around to me and he was like, this was after T.I. Blaze left and it was just me and him, like we were gonna leave, and he was like, Viv, you know the sky's the limit, yeah? And then I turned around and I said to him, I don't even think the sky's the limit anymore, bro. And it was just this moment of like, I don't know, man, like, that sounds so cheesy because it's really not that much of a big deal. I don't know how to describe it to you guys, but you know when you feel like you've really achieved something and in the moment you're just so happy, like, wow, like, we've really started something here. And like, you know, I don't think I realized like how much I would be able to do with this YouTube platform, for sure. Like, I had no idea, man. I had never edited a video in my life. Like, I didn't know how to make a thumbnail. I didn't know about like certain things that you like. Why would I know all that stuff? Do you get what I mean? But it's just been a learning process, man. So yeah, but that leads on to another thing, like obviously meeting the other reactors and meeting other content creators, speaking to so many artists. And you know, I'm not gonna drop names, but there have been, you know, big influencers, big celebrities who have spoken to me and said what I'm doing is amazing and that they support me, they watch my stuff. Like, you know, getting messages like that from people that you actually love and you support anyway, and you support their music, is just crazy. The reach is just amazing to me. And like I said, it's not about money, it's not about and numbers or anything. It's just the experiences I'm getting out of this and the lifelong memories I'll have and the connections I'll make. Like, you know, so enough about like celebrities and all those other people. I think I can get into that after. But another thing is like talking to you guys, man, like talking to my subscribers. Like, let me just talk about that, because I've never said this on camera, but there have been moments in my journey where you've actually made me cry, happy tears. Like, when I tell you the stories I have, man, like, I remember, I think it was last year, fairly early on in our YouTube journey, like, there was one subscriber, he emailed us. So I opened the email and he was like, you know, I just made this intro for you guys and it's a song and I just wanted you to like check it out. So obviously it's not rare to get emails that, you know, I've dropped a song, will you check it out? I get those emails all the time, so like it wasn't out of the blue. But when I opened the attachment, yeah, when I tell you this guy had produced the introduction song to our videos in his own way and sung on it, sung like just vibes, na, na, na. I think I'm gonna drop it in this video. Actually, you'll see what I'm talking about. But
yeah, yeah. Oh yes, we guarantee maximum satisfaction, yeah, yeah.
2 songs. He made 2 songs, and he was like, I was like, wow, I was blown away, man. For the rest of the evening, I felt emotional. Like, someone had actually gone, produced the song and sent it to us and was like, you know, use it if you want to. And I said, all right, how much do you want for it? I was gonna, you know, obviously I'm not gonna just take it for free. And he was like, no, I don't want money. I'm not accepting money. And I said, all right, if you're not gonna accept money, at least give me your tag, give me your name. Because at this point, I didn't even know his name. He just said, it was just a random email, you know, and I couldn't find him on Instagram or nothing. I tried, like, and he just wouldn't give me his producer's name, the producer name, yeah. And he was like, no, I don't want to be shouted out or nothing. I'm just doing this out of love. And I was like, you know, that really touched me. Like, that was a moment in my YouTube journey I'll never forget. Like, that, I just could not believe someone really did that. And yeah, man, I also had, you know, one of my subscribers, Lammy, shout out, man. Like, that guy, he's been supporting us. He's been supporting, like, for ages. And I remember one time he emailed me. Obviously, I know his name now because I've spoken to him quite a few times on Instagram and stuff. And yeah, he literally emailed me, like, with a document saying, you know, these are all the things that I would love to see you do. Like, and he was like, you should start this, you should start that. And he was really pushing me to do things. And I wrote back and I said, you know what, I really appreciate that. And the reason I haven't done this is because of this. And he ended up basically being like a mentor to me. And, you know, completely like unpaid, just, and I found out after that he's actually in the industry, and he has been in the industry before, and he has a huge amount of like knowledge and experience. And, you know, it was just out of the love that he even took the time to say these things to me. And I was like, wow, you know, like you don't owe me anything to be doing this. So yeah, man, it's just, I've had so many crazy experiences, honestly. And then when I've been to events, like, people noticing me, coming up to me, saying they love my content, it just, like, it gives a whole new feeling to what I'm doing. And it's just been so special. I can't even describe it. But yeah, I guess, like, when I spoke kind of about, like, when I first started, how I had fears of like bad comments and stuff, and I kind of put that to the side. We obviously put out our first video, and then since then it's like, especially this year, obviously life is lifing, you know, life still goes on. Content creators still have a full life out of content, and, you know, you work, you cook, you clean, you see friends, you see family, you know, you have to keep updated with life. It doesn't just stop. And you have appointments, and you have to do this, and you're building that, and you're doing this. And, you know, at some points during this year, I found it very hard to stay motivated. And there's almost a bit of guilt or shame when I say that, because I really don't want to seem ungrateful. I don't want to feel like I'm not using my platform and I'm just taking it for granted. Like, I really don't want that to come across. When I say I didn't feel motivated or I felt unmotivated, it's just a sort of life thing, a mindset thing. Like, you know, where you've worked 8-9 hours, then you have to cook, then you clean, then you shower, then you do this, then you do that, then your family call you, your friends call you, you have to keep up to date with them. And then, you know, at 10 o'clock, at 11 o'clock at night, putting makeup on, doing your hair, and sitting in front of a ring light sometimes feels like a big task, when really it isn't. But sometimes it can feel like a big task. And, you know, the videos that I make are high energy. I'm listening to music and stuff. I can't just sit here and be like, oh yeah, the song bangs. Do you get what I'm saying? So finding the energy and really feeling that excitement for a song and all of that, you have to be in the right mindset. So sometimes there's really been, you know, weeks at a time where I really don't feel like being in front of a camera. You know, sometimes you just don't want to be exposed. Sometimes you don't want to talk on things. Sometimes you don't want to be doing that. And it's not to say I'm not grateful. It's just part of the process, man. And I know a lot of the other content creators have struggled with this, not naming names, but there's obviously, I know I've had conversations with people like about this shit before, and yeah, man, it's a common thing. So I guess if you're gonna like start a YouTube journey or a social media journey, just be aware that you will have times like that, but you have to carry on, because guess what? Someone else doing content is gonna keep banging out videos. Someone else online is gonna keep doing what you're doing when you're not there. So, you know, if you're all right with that, then you're all right with that. And personally, I am. Just because if I need a mental break, I need a mental break. And that's just how I have to deal with it. And then I'll come back and I'll bounce back stronger. And then you'll see like 10 videos in one day. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's just the way that it is. But another thing that I basically have just spoken about is that, you know, when I first started reactions, I think there was only really like, I mean, the only one I knew of doing the same thing as me was Palm Wine Pappy. Shout out in man. That guy, like, he's been doing for the longest time, he's been doing reactions. Like, he's been pushing it for so long. And yeah, I don't really know. I don't know when Cubcam started. I can't remember. But at the time, the only one I knew who was doing the same videos was Palm My Pappy. No disrespect to anybody else if you guys were doing it back then, by the way. My bad. But obviously when we would put out a video, I would see like underneath like who's recommended and who's doing the same thing. You know, fast track 2 years to now, you have like 10 content creators doing the same video. So sometimes it can get kind of like, I don't even want to say competitive because that's not the right word, and we don't see each other as competition, I hope anyway. But it can get like, the excitement can kind of get out of it, I guess, because you know, someone else is doing the same songs as you, someone else is doing the same stuff as you, and even though it's amazing to see that the genre is growing, a lot of people are starting to do this. They're obviously inspired by, you know, content like mine or other people. They've seen other people's and they want to do the same, and that's amazing. I push everybody to do that. I want people to be doing it. But for me, myself, or for people already doing it who have been doing it for years, it's kind of like, well, you know, if I don't do this song, someone else will, so it's fine. Do you get what I'm saying? And yeah, that in that respect, it has kind of become a little bit less exciting at times. But then saying that, like, seeing where Afrobeats is now and the things that I've seen in the genre, the progression and everything, like, that is really exciting. So yeah, it kind of balances out, I guess. It's just been an interesting journey, man. But yeah, like, I just would never have thought that I would be doing this. I don't know if this video has given you guys any insight, or like, I don't know if it's kind of like shown you another side to me. I don't know, but I guess I just want to just reflect on things, man. I don't even know why. I might even make this video and decide to delete it, but I think it's just something that, like, you know, I think it's also very important for content creators to access and have friends who are doing the same thing as them, because when the motivation is low, you do need your content creator friend to be like, yo, why have you not been uploading videos? Like, what's going on? You know? And it's happened a lot, because, you know, I've met so many content creators, man. Like, shout out to like all of the reactors, and then podcast people, like, you know, Fresh Off the Boat, just so many like podcast, you know, and I've spoken to people, I've had conversations with people in the industry making content, and like randomly they'll just call me and we'll have a 30-minute, hour-long discussion about how the journey's going, you know. I think I literally I spoke to someone at Fresh Off the Boat podcast. Go check out their stuff. And first time we spoke, and we literally were on the phone for ages just saying, you know, how's the journey been for you? Like, oh, this is what's going on with, oh yeah, I've got the same problem, like this, you know, oh, but you can do it like that, or I use this for editing, what do you use? Like, it's just stuff like that that just gets you by, man. Like, you know, having those people that will push you to continue and give you ideas and keep up with your creativity, like getting inspiration from your peers, from your content friends, from, yeah, it's just a whole different feeling. So I'm very thankful for that this year. I want to just say, you know, I've really made strong connections, like, and people who I when I was having my unmotivated period, like Cobcam literally messaged me on Instagram like, yo, like, what's going on? Like, he came with violence, you know, like, he's like, what's going on? Like, you haven't uploaded, like, you have to seize your opportunity, like, don't let it go to waste, what are you doing? Like, and he really gave it to me harsh and direct, and I was like, you know what, you're right, man, like, you're right. And he was like, you know, just get in front of the camera, do it, and just do it until you feel like you're back in the swing of it. And I was like, yeah, man. And I just said to him, you know, I'm just going through things, I'm just this and that. And he was like, listen, you know, look at where you are, look at who you are and what you've built, and you remember that and keep feeding that, because, you know, like, you need to be on top of it. And I was like, yeah, man. And I really appreciated that. And he was like, you know, you should post every day, try do more vlogs like this, like where I talk to you guys. And, you know, he was giving me ideas, and I really appreciated it, man, because, yeah, I definitely am inspired by his work ethic. And he just saying that to me was like, he knew how to speak to me. He knew that being harsh and direct was gonna work, and I appreciated that so much at the time. And it really did help, because literally hours after I was making content and then I was back on here, do you get what I'm saying? So, because a lot of the time family and friends will watch your content, but, or they might not, a lot of people don't support, right? But and that's a whole nother issue but at the end of the day, they can only see it from an outside point of view, but they don't see the process, and only other content creators will actually know the process. Do you get what I'm saying? So I think one thing you guys know about me, if you follow me on social media or just in general, you know that I really push other content creators. Like, I love content creators, the other people on YouTube, like, you know, shout out Emotion Controller. I love that guy's content. He's someone I really watch. Like, he's just sick at what he does. And yeah, man, like, the other guys, that there's so many people doing reactions and just doing YouTube content for Afrobeats. And I have conversations with all of them, you know, whether it's public or private. Like, I'll always message them like, yo, your stuff is sick. And, you know, just having that community is just really important. So yeah, guys, but anyway, I'm rambling on now. I guess I just wanted to say that this year has been absolutely amazing. Some of the highlights have been Adekunle Gold's listening party, seeing Black Bones, seeing Rema, seeing Fireboy, seeing, like, I've seen so many people this year, experienced so many albums on this channel. Like, yeah, man, it's just been an amazing time. Honestly, such an amazing time. And it would not be possible without you guys. So this video is an insight into my YouTube journey, but also just a massive thank you to you all. So if you've watched to the end of this video, I know this is kind of long but if you've watched to the end of the video, like, thank you so much. And yeah, I can't wait to see what next year holds, but I want to definitely do more celebrity interviews. I've got a couple lined up, so hopefully they get done next year. And yeah, man, just doing more vlogs, more stuff. I just want to do more stuff. and I'm here for it. So guys, I'll see you in the next video, and I hope you guys all have a lovely Christmas and New Year, and yeah, bye.